everybody, it's me. I'm back. And guess what? It's another Don segment.
We're doing the lists, Michael. I don't care if you don't like it.
The Daily Don.
I'll fight to the death for this list.
It's the Daily Don Show. He makes lists. Take it away, Donnie.
All right, before we get started, Peter, get this out of the way. What's the issue with yesterday's top 5? Which, by the way, Michael, was most iconic New York uniform numbers.
Okay.
So I really enjoyed it. Let me just say that was a really good list. However, Michael, I was told by sources that before the list went to the air, Don he did New York numbers, but he also had a conversation about national numbers.
Right.
And that off the air, he told others he did not have Michael Jordan's 23 on his list and felt adamant about this. And then when we brought it up on the air, I said of the first number, I said, obviously national numbers, the number one number is 23. And Don just agreed and kept going.
Wow.
So why can't? Well, so what you're saying is that I'm so stubborn that even if somebody comes up with great reasons and talks to me that I can't change my mind and I can't say, you know what, you make a very valid point.
Well, but I didn't even say anything. I just said it.
It was Andrew, because I said, because Michael Jordan is iconic, but is 23 necessarily the first person you think of when you throw 23 out? And my argument, Michael, was if you talk to a Yankee fan, they might say Don Manning before they say Michael Jordan.
But LeBron James wears 23 because of Michael Jordan.
Right.
That's right. So that
alone might be enough.
So LeBron James might come to a different generation's mind. That's all I'm saying.
So what were the 5 in New York?
The 5 in New York? You know what? I'm gonna give it to you quick, Mike.
Michael, can we let Michael guess? Actually, I went 5 for 5. Took a little bit of time. But we got it.
99? Would that be
there? That's one of them.
99 I had at number 2.
2?
Yep.
2 I had at number 4.
99, baby. 33?
Didn't have 30.
That was on my list of ones I was thinking about, but he didn't do it.
I guess 56?
There you go.
It was number 5.
You're rolling.
12?
No 12.
No Namath.
No name.
I'm done with this.
Wow. I'll check right
yourself. Who are you taking out?
You're forgetting
Tell me
a big
who the other
one.
guys are.
7.
7 was number 1.
Okay.
And 42
also the
was
name
number
of George's
3.
child. What was the other one?
42 was number 3. So 56, 2, 42, 99, and 7.
Well, you know how I feel about Mo. I think Joe Namath's numbers is bigger.
Bigger
now,
than
if you're saying
Robinson,
42 because of Jackie Robinson?
Yes, Jackie.
Okay.
Yeah. It's Jackie and Mo, with Jackie first. No offense to Mo. So you're not taking 42 out.
So who was number 5 again?
56, Lawrence Taylor. Yeah,
Namath's 12 is pretty iconic.
It is, but that's why it's a great list, because you know what? He would have to settle, but Ewing and Namath would have to settle for outside the top 5. But let's go to today's top 5.
You left, with the Yankees, you left out 5.
Of course, but I just think that these are...
Left out 8.
I know, but to a lot
3,
of
4.
generations, those guys are... What's that?
3 and 4?
The whole list should have just been the Yankees.
Well, see, that's what I get into fights with Mark Feinsand on DM all the time, because my list, always about the Yankees, I forget. You guys need to realize there's another world out there.
Well,
all right, top 5. This is going to get even more arguments because this is a Don list. So this is my top 5. You might have problems, but you know what? Top 5 surprise movie endings.
These are these are the hardest ones. Are your movies? I don't even want to talk about it. All right,
you don't want to talk about it.
Well, no, I do. Top 5 surprise movie endings. I will throw out The Usual Suspects.
Peter, you throw out The Usual Suspects, and you would have number 2 on my list.
There you go. I know.
And I guess I could just say if there are spoilers here, but these movies should have been seen by now, wouldn't you say? Unless you're online right now to see it, some like retrospective theater that's celebrating the 25th anniversary of Usual Suspects.
And theaters aren't
everybody
open
is
yet.
Cool to say exactly that Verbal, who's played by Kevin Spacey, is Kaiser Sose, or is he Kaiser Sose? Was there even a Kaiser Sose?
Who knows?
Usual Suspects, number 2.
I only have one guess, really. This is the only one I have. 6th Sense.
6th Sense is number 3. 1999. Now, Andrew saw it in the theater. He said there was a gasp in the theater when you found out that Malcolm Crowe, played by Bruce Willis, was actually dead. And I remember seeing it with my wife, and we were both, like, shocked. Like, how did we not see that? I was floored by it.
I don't know, Don, whether you need to go through each of the twists. It seems like a little Michael-ish if we go over each ending.
I'm sorry. I will stop, but I think those two are okay. And the reason I came up with this idea, today is M. Night Shyamalan's birthday.
And he has not come close to that movie yet.
No. They have a phrase. They have a phrase.
Hollywood keeps pouring money into his bank, and he's not even close.
There is a phrase for what he did in this business that we can't say.
Now,
one-trick pony, we could say.
Yeah, you could say one-trick pony. I like another phrase that we could say.
He had other movies that were good, just not this.
Each one got worse than the next. Unbreakable was probably his second best movie, and that was 2. The Happening is something that he really just should sit
Signs
down
was cool.
No. Swing Away? Come on. Sixth Sense is 3. Usual Suspects 2. You're doing great, guys.
By the way, I loved how The Office, Michael Scott always finds a way to reference M. Night Shyamalan and say his name wrong, and it's always hilarious. Right. Another surprise ending movie.
Yeah.
Michael, I was going to guess Sixth Sense also. So those are the only 2 that popped into my head.
That's all I have. I'm not good at this stuff. This is Don's bailiwick.
Surprise. Don, can you give... We need some hints.
One is part of a franchise. Actually, the second installment of the franchise.
Rocky.
No. The other one's a franchise, too, which is the first installment of the franchise. So we've got a first installment of a franchise. We've got the second installment of a franchise. Both go back a ways. One's from the 60s, one's from the 70s. The other one is a movie from 1999, the same year as The Sixth Sense.
Empire Strikes Back?
Empire Strikes Back is number 5.
Didn't even know there was a surprise ending, but it's my only guess.
You think that was a surprise ending?
I don't remember how it ends.
Can I say it?
I've never seen a second of any of those movies.
Yeah, I think you're safe
for
for
Empire Strikes Back. That's when you find out that Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker.
Some friends on Twitter helping out. Primal Fear.
I thought about it. I have it outside the top 5.
Wow. I'm glad you thought about it, though.
But I'll say what, there's similarities because a star in that movie is a star in number 4.
Richard Gere?
No.
Ed Norton?
There you go.
Fight Club?
Yeah, there you go. Number 4, Fight Club.
You know what? It's a great call.
Thank you.
That's a great call. I forgot about Fight Club.
Fight Club is so... It's such a good movie and so intense, and it makes you, when you see what happens at the end, makes you want to immediately watch it again. Right?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Then you pick up on everything.
The first rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club.
So Empire Strikes Back 5, Fight Club 4, Sixth Sense 3, The Usual Suspects 2, and number 1. Any guesses?
This is a franchise, you said?
Big in the Greca family.
Oh, wait. It's
Nacho Libre.
You said it's 60s?
Yes.
60s, Michael. What's a 60s franchise?
It's been remade 2 times since.
Star is Born.
No. That'd be 3 times since.
And it's a franchise, Michael. What's the franchise?
Bunch of them. Bunch of movies.
Oh, Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes, number 1. You saw that movie, Michael, right?
Yes.
So you know what I'm talking about. You want to give too much away.
Right.
Tremendous ending. I was floored by the ending. Weren't you when you saw it as a kid?
I think so. I don't remember being floored.
Really?
What? You know what? Another one would be, because Jody I've never seen it, but this sounds like an unbelievable surprise ending. Soylent Green.
Excuse me?
I'm not familiar.
Well,
I don't even know what you're talking
about.
Where
it's like a dystopian world, and people are eating this terrible, terrible food called Soylent Green. And then Charlton Heston at the end, Soylent Green is people. I mean, they were eating people. That's what they did with dead people.
I don't. So I'm going to pretend
like that Twilight Zone. It's a cookbook.
What about? Did 7 cross your mind?
7 did cross my mind. That was a fabulous ending too.
Well,
7
real
did
quick,
cross my mind.
Cover your ears, everyone, if you haven't seen 7. The head in the box, but what was the surprise that he ends up doing it and going to jail?
That's right.
Wouldn't it have been great, though, if 7 was on this list and 7 was on yesterday's
Yeah, that would have been something. Have them both be number 1. I thought about Psycho. That's a great one. Even The Departed was a little bit of a surprise. You know,
Don, how do you not think about Revenge of the Nerds? I mean, who thinks that the nerds would come out on top? You know what I mean?
I always thought they would because it's in the title, isn't it? When you think about it.
Now,
Yeah.
Rocky 1 could be in the conversation.
I thought about that too.
He thought about it, Peter.
I love when you think about it. He thinks a lot. He's a big
thinker. Those are mine. And I'm sure you guys have your favorites as well, but this is my top 5. Hopefully you enjoyed that. You did better than I thought you would.
Really?
I usually
Michael's not a big movie guy. He's still right now, smoke's coming out of his ears wondering exactly how the Planet of the Apes ended.
No,
You don't remember, do you?
I think I know.
Go ahead, throw it out there. People have seen it. People know.
I think I know, but I don't want to embarrass myself, so I don't know.
You have to understand, Don, Michael's better than us, okay? He reads books. He makes time for a Colin Jost book, but if you told him to see an all-time iconic movie, he'd go,
I've seen that movie. I mean, I'm not like Don. I don't commit it to memory. It's not going to be
is
my thought when I'm on
Peter,
my
would you say
deathbed.
it's iconic? Like, that scene's iconic.
Which one?
At
When
the
the
end of
Statue
Planet
of
the
Liberty
Apes.
pops up, is that it?
Well, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a big moment.
They
That's a
haven't
big moment.
spoofed it in Spaceballs.
Why didn't Spaceballs make the list?
Because it just didn't deserve to make.
I think it should have.